Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to AEW Presents AEW Daily. We are back live on AEW Slam Zone 32. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear my voice a little different. I'm a little coming down with the bug. I'm a little sick, but I digress, and I'll get over it. And I had to try to keep myself energized today. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight, what we were going to be talking about is the upcoming two shows, Supercard, as they call it, the AEW Grand Slam Special week with 4 hours of AEW double Supercards for Dynamite, and then we're going to talk about Rampage. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have here with me is the owner of the Impact Wrestling Fan Zone and also the owner of EOW Wednesday Night Mayhem. If you guys want to go check that out, go check it out on TWF. TWF Network. It's our new network for all things TWF, Monday Night Chaos, and EOW Wednesday Night Mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Nilly, say hello to everybody.
What's up, everyone? This is your owner, Travis Neely of the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone and EOW from the TWF Network. Hello, everyone, and I'm glad to be here. I didn't win the first ever prediction championship. Michael Miner did, but I am going to take it from him tonight right here for this Grand Slam predictions for AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. Yeah.
Hate to tell you, Travis, but this isn't for the prediction championship because this is not a pay-per-view. So this is a special for Dynamite and Rampage. This is only being defended for pay-per-views. We were gonna hopefully this Saturday. We're gonna be doing a prediction show for Extreme. Well, pretty much we're not gonna do predictions. We're just gonna write down who's gonna win what matches because there's only like 4 or 5 matches with Extreme Rules. They might throw in some other matches that we don't even know what other matches are going to be thrown there. But anywho, but we're going to talk about our first show of the night. It is tomorrow night live in New Jersey at the new arena there. If you can see in the background, I think that's for what arena is that for? But anyways, we have AEW Dynamite Grand Slam live tomorrow night from 8/7 Central on TNT. Let's go ahead and get into our first match, which I think is going to be an incredible dream match that I cannot wait to see. We are going to see the AEW World Champion Kenny "By God Omega, the God of pro wrestling himself, Kenny Omega, with Don Callis at ringside, will be taking on Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson said last week on Dynamite or Rampage, he looked at Kenny. He said, "You know what? Let's see if you can prove yourself that you are the God of pro wrestling and all that kind of stuff. How about we have a match?" So Tony Khan said, "Okay, you guys are going to have a match next week or tonight on AEW Dynamite." I cannot wait to see this match. It's going to be a beautiful match, but my prediction to win this is I'm going to go, sorry, Kenny Omega, I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson because I really think it will set up a match between the two because I can see Bryan Danielson win by DQ because, somehow, some way the Elite's going to get somewhat involved in this match some way. And then it's going to, pronosticate into another, maybe hopefully a match at the next pay-per-view because there's been a lot of stipulations and there's been a lot of stipulations been going around on the wrestling news that there possibly might be the Elite versus Team AEW, which I would love to see because the thing is, it's going to remind me of the NWO versus WCW days, something like that, but they need to do a little different than what what they did back in the day. But Travis, your prediction for this match?
Well, I'm going with Kenny Omega to win this. He's been on fire all year long with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and I thought this was for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but I guess they're going to wait until the next pay-per-view in November. But anyway, I'm going with Kenny Omega to win this. There's going to be shenanigans. You're going to probably have the Young Bucks in there. Don Callis, the good brothers. It's going to be an incredible match tomorrow night. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, Kenny Omega is going to be my prediction, and that's going to lead into the world title match where Daniel Bryan's going to say, well, you know what? You got a cheap advantage on me at Grand Slam. I want a rematch, and I want your AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And you put it on the line at the pay-per-view at Full Gear. That's my prediction on the entire match here. I assume it's the main event. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it is for Dynamite. But, yeah, Kenny Omega will win and upset Daniel Bryan in his debut.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next thing is going to be a CM Punk live interview 48 hours before his first TV match in 7 years. If you guys don't know, we will talk about it in the Rampage predictions. CM Punk will be facing off against one of the members of Team Taz, Powerhouse Hobbs, with whatever the hell's been going on with that crap. Because CM Punk last couple of weeks, I think, said he'll challenge anybody. Then Taz got involved saying, you know what, use SOB and yada, yada stuff. But I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in that interview, so there's no prediction for this one. Our next match is the one I'm also looking forward to, is MJF taking on Brian Pillman Jr., after MJF talked a lot of crap in Cincinnati about his hometown and about Brian Pillman's family. Brian Pillman Jr., if you guys don't know, is the son of the late, great Brian Pillman, one of the greatest wrestlers in professional wrestling, with him and Stunning Steve Austin with the Blonde, the Hollywood Blondes. That tag team was really good. Now you have him, Brian Pillman Jr. with the Varsity Blondes, but we'll have to see how that goes down. But my prediction to win this is I'm going to go with MJF to win it. I really will love to see him get his winning streak back up and going after losing the match against Jericho at All Out, which is going to be an awesome pay-per-view match. Pretty much I have it. The thing already print out ready to go, but I wanted to see MJF to win this. So Travis, your prediction for this match?
I have to agree with you there, Michael. I'm going with MJF myself as well. I just don't see him losing after he lost to Chris Jericho at All Out. I just don't see that. MJF probably is going to get more wins after this. In my opinion, he should have been world champion a long time ago, and I think they dropped the ball on that with MJF. But he could get it in the future. But, yeah, MJF, I just don't see Brian Pillman Jr. going to win this. If he wins, he'll move up to the top a little bit, but not far. I mean, MJF is the top one in this match, so MJF's my pick.
All right, well, we go into our next matches, a tag team match. Last week, if you didn't see Dynamite and Rampage, it looked like Tully Blanchard wanted to see a match with Sting and Darby Allen to take on FTR with Tully Blanchard to get them they're established back up into the tag team title rankings in the near future. But I got to say, we are going to have that match tomorrow night. It's going to be FTR with Tully Blanchard against Sting and Darby Allen. I don't know if Sting's going to be at 100% after getting pile drived like twice last week on Dynamite. But if my prediction to win this, I'm going to go with FTR to win it because, somehow, some way, Tully Blanchard will get involved in this some way, somehow, and then you're going to have Arn Anderson come out and help Sting and Darby win it. But I could see Darby Allen and Sting. I could see FTR winning it. So, Travis, your prediction for this match?
I disagree with you. I just don't think FTR is going to win. Darby Allin just come off a loss against CM Punk at All Out. I don't see him losing another match. And this is a tag team match. He could not be the one that gets pinned. It could be Sting. But I say Darby Allin needs this win in this tag match to get his foot back in the door for a world title picture or the TNT Championship again. Yeah, Darby Allin he's a great wrestler. I love the team with him and Sting, but to me, I think he needs to go back on by himself as a solo career. But we have another scenario that I'm going to go ahead and predict it here. If FTR loses, okay, you might be right, Michael. FTR might lose. Could we see a frustration over Darby Allin and attack Sting, and will we finally get Darby Allin versus Sting? I would love to see that. That would be a cool match to see. But my pick is Sting and Darby Allin to win this, and a possibility, my prediction, a Darby Allin heel turn.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but so I really don't think that might not happen, but we'll see how that goes. But ladies and gentlemen, in our next match, which I think is going to be another match I'm looking forward to, the return of Cody Rhodes will be taking on Malachi Black. If you don't know, Malachi Black debuted about, I would say, a few weeks ago, almost a month ago, after doing that black mask to Arn Anderson, and that set up a match at Homecoming against Cody Rhodes and Malachi Black, and Malachi Black just destroyed Cody Rhodes and sent him packing for a while. I guess he was busy doing stuff with Rhodes to the Top show. Go check that out on TBS. Or on TNT, and also with the whole him with his baby now. But now he is back after last week, which was amazing. It was pretty funny to see. If you guys don't know, Grim Toy Show got involved in that altercation. I guess Cody threw Malachi Black into Quintina, and apparently Grim got yelled at for it for trying to attack a superstar, which is not supposed to. But I cannot wait to see this match. But I gotta say, Malachi Black's gotta win this. If Malachi Black really wins this, I think he should be getting bumped up into the TNT title picture, because I really think then now he can step away from the whole Nightmare Family type deal, or we could see a shocking debut, maybe of Bray Wyatt. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt hasn't been around professional wrestling in a while. We've been seeing it all around YouTube that maybe a possible debut of Bray Wyatt, but I really don't see that happening just yet. But yeah, I can see Malachi Black winning this match. Travis, your prediction for this match?
I'm going with Cody Rhodes on this one. He lost to Malachi Black in the last match, so I'm going with Cody Rhodes to win this. Malachi Black was the one that put Cody on the shelf for a few months. So I see Cody coming back, and he wants that revenge. He wants to knock Malachi Black out. That's my pick, Cody. And, you're talking about Bray Wyatt. I want to talk about this situation. Do you think that Bray Wyatt, if he does come to AEW, will he be joining the Dark Order? Do you think that's a good opportunity for him to join Dark Order, or something better? What do you think, Michael?
I don't know. I think it would be cool, but I'm just still pissed off with the whole Dark Order shenanigans that's going on with them. But yeah, I would love to see that really happen, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, find out about that. But I love Dark Order, but it's getting all not so good with that. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into our, which I think it's going to be the only title match. We have my girl, Miss Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the AEW Women's Champion, will be defending the title against Ruby Soho. She made her debut at All Out in the Casino Battle Royale as the Joker and actually won the whole thing. I thought majority of the time Jokers wouldn't really win the match, but she was the first to win it. It was cool to see Ruby Soho. She had a few things with Britt Baker and her big Tara. I can't remember what her name is, but the thing is, I love the promo last week, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not see Rampage last week, you need to go see that. I mean, those two, let's just say they throw so many personal stuff. That was it was like pitch perfect. You had Ruby Soho saying, "I've dealt with brunettes like you that are self-centered, egotistical, and bang someone in the back." I'm like, oh my God. I know she was talking about was Adam Cole. Remember Adam Cole and Britt Baker, girlfriend and boyfriend. When she did that, I was like, oh my God, let's see what Britt Baker's going to come with. And then Britt Baker went and told her, say, you know what? You're a runaway. You know why you're a runaway? You run away from your problems and also getting fired. And I'm like, oh God, she had to go there. And if you guys don't know, she was released from the WWE, and I love that, and I cannot wait to see this match. But if I were to pick this match, I'm going to still go with my girl, DMD, Dr. Britt Baker, to win and retain the AEW Women's Championship. Travis, I see you. You're denying me, so go ahead and give us your prediction on this match.
I am going with Ruby Soho to upset the whole entire world and become the new AEW Women's World Champion. And she's going to shock the world. She's going to beat the stupid DMD, the loser, bye-bye. And she's going to lose, and stupid Britt Baker is going to go cry to her little boyfriend, Adam the Loser Cole, bye-bye. And him and her is going to have to leave, and they should just go on back to NXT where they belong, okay? I'm not a fan of Ruby Soho. I can admit that. I'm not a fan. I just don't care. But my prediction, she's going to win the championship tomorrow night. I'm not a fan of Ruby Soho at all. I wish she wasn't in AEW. Her debut was predictable. Let's see. The other thing is AEW needs to keep boosting up their women's roster because it's not still good right now. Because the best roster in professional wrestling right now is the Impact Wrestling Knockout division. That's all I have to say. But, ladies and gentlemen, I hope she wins the belt, but I hope maybe we get another challenger after this. I wanted Anna Jay to win the Casino Battle Royal. She's an underdog. I think she deserves it. Her or Tay Conte, either one of those would be awesome to see as champion. But yeah, that's my prediction. Ruby Soho and Michael, your little girlfriend or your little PMD, yeah, she's going down. Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we went into Dynamite, now we're going over to Rampage Grand Slam, a 2-hour wrestling spectacular. It looks like this is going to be 2 hours. I don't understand why it's going to be starting at 9 o'clock, which I really think they should start at 8 o'clock if they're going to do a 2-hour show. Because remember, Rampage is always 1 hour show. But there's a lot of good cards with this one. So let's go ahead and go in our first one. We have a trios match. We have Adam Cole and the Young Bucks, the former AEW World Tag Team Champions, from the Elite will be taking on Christian Cage, the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, after successfully defending the title at Victory Road against Ace Austin. If you guys don't know about that, go check out Victory Road. It was a good pay-per-view. Looks like we're having technical issues with Travis. But real quick for this match, but Christian Cage will be with Jurassic Express of Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, which I think is going to be a really good match. It's going to be a really good trios match, but I'm going to go with Christian Cage and Jurassic Express to win it because some way, somehow, I think there's going to be shenanigans going to happen. Someone's going to interfere in this match. I bet you'll see the Good Brothers getting involved, or Kenny, and then start building up that faction versus faction type deal really soon. So let's go see how if Travis will be able to come back in. Let's see if he's having any internet issues. It says device not connect. Just kick from this. No, don't kick him out. Okay. Let's see. Anyways, we'll still get Travis Neely in here to give his predictions for that match. We're going to go ahead and get into our next match, which is an awesome match that I think is going to be pretty much a squash match. We got Powerhouse Hobbs with his partner, with Hook at ringside. If you guys don't know, Hook is the son of Taz. He will be going one-on-one with CM Punk. Like CM Punk said, he'd face anybody in professional wrestling here in AEW. And I think this is going to be a really good match. It's going to be a really good fight. You're going to have Powerhouse Hobbs taking more control of the match. And then I can see Powerhouse Hobbs, dominating the whole match. And then all of a sudden it backfires. And then CM Punk wins it. So I cannot wait to see that happen at AEW Rampage. No one must be still having issues with Travis. So we'll just go ahead and show my face. We'll show this too. But anyways, our next match, which I've been looking forward to, is going to be the Men of the Hour, or the Men of the Year, with Don. Let's see what his name is. With Dan Lambert. If you guys know, Dan Lambert's been in AEW talking trash about, this isn't professional wrestling, and this isn't yada yada. Back and forth type deal. And then Chris Jericho and Hager came out. Looks like we have Travis Neely with us. Looks like he had technical issues. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go back to a couple matches. Travis, your prediction for the Adam Cole and Young Bucks versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express.
Sorry about that, Michael. I had a little bit of internet issues. I don't know what the problem was, but anyway. We have Adam the Loser Cole, baby, and the Young Bucks taking on Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. This will be an epic match, Michael. I can't wait to see this. I think you already know my prediction on this match. It's sure not going to be Adam the Loser Cole, baby. Not going to happen. Or the Young Bucks. Boo. Who cares on them as well? We have the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Christian Cage. You see my hat. Impact Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That's where it's at. And Christian is the world's heavyweight champion. And my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, is none other going to be Christian Cage right here, the instant classic with Jungle Boy. Well, he's going to tag with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. So that's my prediction. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express will beat Michael's stupid, lousy team of the Adam the Loser Cole. Bye-bye. Boom.
Well, I did choose, if you didn't see, but I did choose Christian Cage and Jurassic Express winning this match because, some way, somehow there's going to be shenanigans. You're going to have the Good Brothers trying to get involved, and it's going to end somewhat of a disqualification, which what it means is going to build up to a match coming really soon, an 8-man tag or a 10-man tag type match. That would be really cool to see, but that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. For this match, who do you got, CM Punk or Powerhouse Hobbs?
That's a tough prediction there, but you know what? I am going to go with CM Punk to win this. He's not going to lose anytime soon in AEW, probably not until maybe the mid part of next year, in my opinion. Powerhouse Hobbs has his stupid brute that's going nowhere, in my opinion. I don't even care about it. CM Punk, I hope this match lasts 3 minutes because I really don't care about this match. I really don't, but my big prediction is CM Punk.
Well, yeah, because like I said, I think Powerhouse Hobbs is going to take more control during the first 2 halves of the match, and then it's all of a sudden going to change, and then Punk's going to win it. So that's going to be a good match. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the match that I don't know, just got thrown together. We have Men of the Year with Dan Lambert of the American Top Team bashing the living crap out of AEW, which I really think that is good for. I'm not saying that. I know a lot of people will say that it's going to be bad. Look what happened with Impact Wrestling. He did a pretty good job down there with Impact, with Bobby Lashley being a part of his little team, and they were a little dominant down there in Impact. But if you bring Dan Lambert here in AEW, it's going to show something really of a good match. But the Men of the Hour will be taking the Men of the Year, All Ego, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky will be taking on Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. If you guys don't know, these two are part of the Inner Circle. If you guys don't know, the Inner Circle is really not much of a team right now and very much of a faction, but it's just bits and pieces thrown all over the place. But if I predict to win this, I'm going to go with Chris Jericho and Jake Hager because Jake Hager, if he can win this match, I think he can continue his dominance in AEW and maybe go for the TNT title very soon. But we know we have a situation with that title between the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and Miro, the God's favorite champion, which I can't wait to see that match happening. Hopefully might happen next week on Dynamite, but we'll have to wait and see how that all goes down. But Travis, your prediction for this match?
This is just like you said, a match they just put together probably at the last second just to fill time. Dan Lambert, he was in Impact Wrestling years ago, and he made an impact there with Bobby Lashley, like you said there, Michael. But I'm not a fan of Dan Lambert. I think he should just stick to his mixed martial arts company or whatever he does. I don't really care, but I think he just needs to stick with that. Get out of pro wrestling. Don't get into pro wrestling at all. And this thing with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, it's like, what are they doing with them? Really nothing. I mean, they should be a top team in AEW. I mean, Ethan Page is a star. He should be a star in AEW. I thought, well, he left Impact. He's going to AEW, and he's doing nothing. I mean, really, Scorpio Sky was teaming with Kazarian and Daniels at the time. I thought that was a great team, SCU. It's no more thanks to AEW, but that's another story. Ethan Page, on the other hand, he goes to AEW. They're doing nothing with him. He was part of the North in Impact Wrestling. So you have to look at it this way. I'll talk about this in just a minute after I give my prediction, okay, about Ethan Page. And then you got Chris Jericho, Jake Hager in the inner circle that's kind of doing nothing as well right now. But if I had to pick, I have to go with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Maybe this is their time. This is their match to step up their game and go after the tag titles in AEW. That's my prediction. I don't like the Men of the Year name at all with these two. I don't like it at all. They should have a better name, in my opinion. Now, Ethan Page was in the North with Josh Alexander. If you look at them two as a team, who was the star out of this team? I'm sorry, but I have to go with Josh Alexander. Look at him in Impact Wrestling. They're pushing him to the moon. He's going to face Christian Cage for the Impact World Championship. Bound for Glory. Was the X Division champion. Now he's not because cashed in option C. Josh Alexander, I don't know if they're going to give him the title. I don't think he's ready just yet. I think they should give it to him around maybe Rebellion of next year or wait till Slammiversary of next year to give it to him. But Christian Cage on that match is my prediction on that. But this is AEW. But I have to say, Josh Alexander's the star out of that team, Michael. Ethan Page, I wish AEW was doing something with him.
Yes, I hope so too. But ladies and gentlemen, in another match, we have Dark Order's Anna Jay be taking on Penelope Ford. She is now part of HFO of Hardy Family offices. But the thing is, I'm going to go with Anna Jay to win it. I really think she is really a top star to becoming the AEW Women's Champion. I mean, I love how they're doing this stuff, but if it was me, I would keep those ladies down in Orlando. If you guys don't know, they're at the Universal Studios, Stage 9. If you guys don't know, that was famous for TNA Wrestling back in the day, the TNA Wrestling Zone, as they call it. Now it's called the AEW Dark Zone, because I think that's where they're starting to do AEW Dark and Elevation, which is good to me because I really think that is where they need to be for right now, because what that will do is we'll build up the stars more and then help them get into Dynamite and Rampage and so on and so forth. But Travis, your prediction for this match?
I'm going with Anna Jay to win as well. Like you said, and I said earlier in the predictions, she should be AEW World Champion one day. She deserves it, in my opinion. She's worked her butt off since AEW started. It's just she needs that World Championship very soon. Anna Jay's a really great wrestler. Well deserved to be in AEW. I would even love to see her one day face Donna Purrazzo. That would be epic as well. You got that Forbidden Door. So that would be cool to see, but Anna Jay's my prediction to win it.
Well, speaking of HFO, of the Hardy Family office, they will also be in an 8-man tag match. The Lucha Brothers, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, with Santana Ortiz, with Alex Abrantes, or whatever the hell his name is, will be taking on Private Party, The Butcher, and The Blade. If you guys don't know, last week on Rampage, it was supposed to be the Lucha Brothers taking on Butcher and Blade for the AEW World Tag titles, but that ended pretty not so good. The Lucha Brothers won that match. After the match, the Butcher and Blade was disrespectful to the luchador type style. Then all of a sudden, out came Santana Ortiz. But my prediction to win this, I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers and Santana Ortiz. I just don't want the Hardy Family office to win this match. So I'm going to go with Lucha Brothers and Santana Ortiz. Then maybe set up a future tag team title match between those two tag teams of the Lucha Bros and Santana Ortiz. That would be another epic match. Because remember, if you go back to the Impact Wrestling days, the LAX versus the Lucha Bros, I think it was at Bound for Glory, if it suits me right, they had a street fight. That match was freaking amazing. The match was like freaking brutal. If you guys don't know, go check that out on Impact Wrestling Plus. Those two tag teams had a hell of a match. It would be another hell of a match if they do it here in AEW. So I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers and Santana Ortiz. Travis, your prediction for this match?
I'm going with Private Party, the Butcher, and the Blade to win this. Because I see maybe, I don't know, maybe Butcher or Blade, like, go after the Lucha. You don't know who's going to go after the Lucha Brothers. I mean, Butcher and Blade is a possibility. Private Party is another possibility. And to me, Private Party should have been tag champs a long time ago as well. I mean, to me, this match is like, it could be great. It could be a spot fest. Who knows? But it's just like that other match is thrown together that it's like, who cares? But anyway, Private Party, the Butcher, the Blade, that's my prediction to win this. I see Lucha Brothers losing because they have to have a team to face them. Somebody's got to beat them to get a shot. I mean, if nobody beats them, then there's no shot unless there's a number one contender match like they did with the little tournament they did with Young Bucks and Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. But yeah, my predictions: Butcher, Blade, and Private Party.
Oh, okay. HFO for Travis Neely. But ladies and gentlemen, we get into our last match, and God Almighty, I've been waiting to see this match, ladies and gentlemen. It is a lights out match. If you guys don't know, the last two lights out matches we've had with Lance Archer and Jon Moxley, the very first one with Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega, but now we're going to have Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley taking on the Suzuki Guns of Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer. Now, to me, I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. This one's going to be a hell of a hardcore match. I know it's going to be the main event for the Rampage because it's going to be an amazing match. I hate to say this, but with Jake the Snake Roberts gone, Suzuki right here should be the guy to help Lance Archer to build up that mean mentality type deal. And help maybe bring the Suzuki Guns to AEW and have them fight for the World Tag Titles. And because remember, they were former IWGP World Tag Team Champions back in the New Japan Pro Wrestling days. That would be awesome to see. But I just love this Forbidden Door broken open. And now Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer will be taking on Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. I don't even know who I want to pick to win this. Because with this match being a hell of a match, if I were to predict, I'm going to go with Suzuki Gun of Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer to win it some way, somehow. But Travis, your prediction for this lights out match?
It's hard to pick. I'm like, it's like all four of these guys are the top stars. In my opinion, I mean, you have Suzuki that just come in. He's considered almost kind of, I guess, a top star. I mean, it's good to see this as the main event. Lance Hoyt deserves to be in the main event. I always will call him Lance Hoyt. I know he's Lance Archer, but Lance Hoyt is always what I'm known him to be in TNA wrestling back in the day. But I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley to win this. Eddie Kingston's been on a losing streak, and he's got the worst T-shirt in the history of pro wrestling. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know if anybody's seen his T-shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, but it's so stupid. It's like, who would wear that t-shirt in public? Whoever does is a moron. That's all I have to say. But yeah, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston is going to be my prediction to walk out of Grand Slam Rampage in New York City to leave as the winners.
Oh, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for AEW Daily. I gotta say, AEW is bringing in a lot of good superstars. If it was me, I have to say, but Tony Khan, I want you to hear this match. Miro, the TNT champion, versus Minoru Suzuki. Now, you would have a freaking bar burner of a match right there. You have two guys that don't give a damn about each other. You would have a freaking bloodbath on your hand with that match. But it'd be really cool to see that kind of a match. But yeah, it would be good to see that match. So Tony Khan, please, in the near future, book that match. It would be incredible to see that. We all know we might see sometime near future down the road, we might see Cole versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship, but we'll have to see how that all goes down. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for AEW Daily. I guess Travis Neely has some stuff he wants to say. Go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this real quick. You notice you want to see Suzuki, that match with Miro, but I want to say this. I want Tony Khan to pull the trigger and give Sammy Guevara the TNT championship.
I think it's going to happen because with Sammy doing this whole thing of saving his friend, I think Miro, with him being a dominant champion, I think they're going to give it to Sammy really soon. I mean, Sammy really does deserve it. I can't wait to see that whole feud that's starting with him. I can't wait for that to happen. I mean, hell, if you want to build the whole thing going, have the wedding on AEW Dynamite, and then have the guy say, does anybody that does not see fit for these two to be wedded, boom, out comes Miro and just starts up that whole feud with them two. And then it would have been just perfect, because I would love to see another wedding, because with the whole Miro, the whole Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford one was just really bleh, because it was at Daly's place because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic. Now with there being fans, there you go with that. But
yeah,
I cannot wait to see AEW Dynamite and Rampage tomorrow night. Dynamite tomorrow night, and also Rampage on Friday. Hopefully tomorrow you guys might get to see a watch along where me and Travis will sit down and watch AEW Dynamite on I don't know, I'll have to see if I can try to find it on my television here, but it would be really awesome to see that happen. We might do it on the PlayStation 4 where we'll just show the video, or I will do it live somewhere. I don't know, it could be on PlayStation, could be on here. I digress. We'll figure that all out coming up real soon tomorrow night. Just hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. We might do one for Friday night for Rampage for the 2 hours spectacular for that one. Also, just want to give you guys a little breaking news. Next week, that's right, October the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I will be going to see Kane Hodder, the guy that plays the Jason Voorhees and Jason X. Might broadcast that here on Facebook or on here on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be really awesome. He's having a Q&A on the 1st, and then there's an autograph signing. So might get to see the return of the Facebook vlog. I got it. It's been a very long time since we've seen that, but maybe I might have a debut of AEW Slam Zone vlog, but we'll have to see how that all goes to plan. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I am Michael Miner. That is Travis Neely. Granted, I lost last Sunday night at TWF and EOW Presents Unstoppable. Go check out that pay-per-view. It was an amazing pay-per-view. I do apologize for the inconvenience for the technology issue we had. We had internet issues with that, so get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm out of here. Hope to see you guys very soon, sometime in the near future. I have to think about some stuff to bring back to AEW Slam Zone 32. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michael Miner. That's Travis Neely. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.